Welcome back to Afternoon Live. Our next guests like to put the fun in parenting. Their YouTube videos offer hilarious advice and tips for all kinds of questions.
Everyone knows that the best way to protect your baby is to keep your house completely empty. No furniture, no objects, literally nothing.
But if an empty house isn't your thing, then it's time to start baby-proofing.
Which means it's time to call on our old pals
Pillows?
and duct tape.
Duct taping pillows over corners, sharp edges, and walls is one of the most important steps in keeping your child protected.
We welcome the hosts of ABC Parenting, Arthur Meyer and Stephanie Drake. Thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you.
Tell me about how you guys got together, because as a parent, I giggle at so many of these things, and I imagine that you both can relate.
Yes, 100%. Well, the way that we got together was, so I had this idea for this series. My wife was pregnant and I had no idea how to be a dad. So I looked on YouTube how to be a parent, and there's all these videos that exist for how to be a parent, but none of them are comedy things. They're all, they're all real. They give you real advice. So I thought I'll just write 50 episodes of this, and then I needed to cast someone to play my co-host, and I was a big fan of Stephanie's, because she was on the TV show Mad Men, which maybe some of you have heard of out there. And she was amazing on it. So I had messaged her on Instagram like a year before, just telling her I was a big fan. This was before I even wrote ABC Parenting. Then a year later, I was like, hey, would you want to come out to New York and shoot 50 episodes of ABC Parenting in 4 days? And she said yes. So it all worked out.
Oh my gosh, a successful slide into the DMs. That's like one of the best stories I've ever heard. Stephanie, how great.
It was great. It came at a really good time. I had a 2-year-old at home. I really wanted to get out of the house and work. And then Arthur, it's funny, you guys played the baby proofing episode. That's the first episode that I read. And I thought it was so funny and clever, and I love that sense of humor. Yep.
I love that B-roll.
And I was like, sign me up. I'm in. I'm so down to do it.
It's so good. I mean, you guys are such a great match. It's amazing that this all came together so seamlessly. I mean, how many giggles are there, though, when you're trying to deliver these lines with a straight face, because they're just so hilarious?
I'd say Arthur's better than I am. I felt like I was laughing the whole time.
Yeah, we had a couple episodes that were hard to contain the laughter. There's one where we basically just recommend a list of baby names, but they're all just traditional names, like, John, Emily, Katie. And so we're just standing in this room just saying just regular names. And I think that might have taken us a half hour to get through.
I bet.
Just because that's about the dumbest thing that you can do.
Well, tell me about the Wacky Zoo song, because I was watching you guys and thinking, how did you get through this? It's so rapid fire, and the whole shtick is that you're saying the wrong animal sound for each animal. But didn't that mess your brain up? I mean, that's amazing that you guys got through that one as well.
Yeah, luckily we had the help of a teleprompter for that. And we're both, I guess, good at reading quickly. I would not have been able to memorize that. I still don't have the song memorized.
I think with prompter, it's still very impressive. And then the subsequent apology video that you had to make, because all the kids watching along started making the wrong animal sounds at home.
Yes, that was a very important apology we needed to make. And people thought it was real. That was the best part.
There were a lot of people online that, because I think that a lot of the goal in making the series was to have people believe that we're an actual parenting channel. I mean, the main goal is just to be a comedy parenting channel, but on the internet, people believe everything. So there are people out there who thought that we were legitimately apologizing for a song called Wacky Zoo, where animals make noises that they don't usually make. So that's kind of a fun bonus from making the series.
I mean, it's put together so nicely. I'm laughing hysterically along, but I can fully imagine somebody just stumbling on your page, having no idea what they're walking into, and saying, oh, this seems like fun. Let me turn this on for my toddler, and then chaos ensues.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's part of the joy of it. I mean, we want to make people laugh, but we never mind if we make people think for a minute or two that we're a legitimate parenting network.
Yeah. Oh, that's so much fun. Well, Stephanie, we got to talk about the Mad Men of it all because I think a lot of people recognize you so instantly from that. You had such a great role up until the finale of the series. What was it like that several years of just how huge that show was?
It was wonderful. I can't say enough good things about it. One of the most fun things is going on TikTok after we release an episode and seeing all of the comments. Oh, it's Meredith from Mad Men.
Yeah.
Or how do I know that girl? She looks so familiar.
Right? And a totally different sort of persona. It's probably hard to recognize you in this parenting role. And then Arthur, tell me about, you spent a lot of time with Jimmy Fallon working on The Tonight Show. What was that all like? I mean, you guys are busy.
Yes, that show, I think all late night shows are basically like a total whirlwind. It's a comedy factory. So you're just producing and writing constantly and nonstop. And I used to perform on there too. So it was like the thrill of a lifetime. I think some of the highest highs and lowest lows were felt by me at that show. I loved it, but I did it for like 7.5 years, and a schedule like that will just kind of burn you out. Eventually, you just feel like you have run out of ideas, and you're like, there's nothing left in the tank, so you have to move on and try to do something new. But man, I totally loved it there.
Yeah, those are super long days. I imagine that's kind of a separate lifetime that you've lived previously. I want to mention while we have you guys, one of our favorite videos is this Halloween man running next to the subway. This goes on and on and on. How long did it take you to put this together?
It actually only took about 2 afternoons of total embarrassment, where I am carrying around on the subway just a giant bag of, like $1,500 worth of Halloween costumes, and having to sort of surreptitiously change into different costumes on the subway platform while no one is looking. But yeah, it was about 2 days, and I was sore for about a full week because I'm not the most, let's say, in shape person that there is.
I'm amazed you got that all done in 2 days because as we're seeing, this video just goes on and on and on. The commitment is incredible. Thank you both for spending some time with us today. It was so nice chatting with you.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you so much, Hannah. This is great.
Of course, we'll have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.